Hey, what's up? Let's do some math today. This video is about place value. The learning target is knowing the different place values and then being able to use that to round correctly. So what I'm going to do is I want to write out a couple different numbers here. 1, 12, and 123. And let's break down sort of the different spots, the different parts of these numbers. So if we look at 1, it's only got one, oops. Why aren't you writing? Oh, there we go. All right, only has one digit, all right? And that digit is in the ones place value, all right? There's one thing. Now, the next one, 12, has two digits, and we have a 2 in the ones place, but then the next one, this is a 10, and so we call that a tens. And then the next one has 3 digits, 1, 2, and 3. The 3 is in the ones place. Whoops, not 3. Ones. The 2 is in the tens place. And then the 1 is in the hundreds place. All right? And so those are the different places in just a number. And then if we were to keep going this way, we would have thousands, tens of thousands, and hundreds of thousands, and then millions, and so on and so forth. But that's a nice little overview here. Now, let me clean this up a little bit, and let's make things a little more complicated, just so that we can simplify it, okay? So now, let's say we're looking at the number 123.456. One thing I'm starting to realize is some students just don't know the terminology for the different places. So we've already established that this is the ones, this is the tens, and this is the hundreds. Now, when we go to the other side of the decimal, we're going to be similar, except we don't have a ones. We go straight to the tenths. And notice how there's a TH there. Then we have the hundredths. And then we have the thousandths. Thousandths. TH, TH. So if you see TH, that means you are on the other side of the decimal spot. And then this is key for knowing where you're supposed to round. All right, and so now let me show you how the rounding process works. Going to clean this up. Let's get a new color here. So let's take the number, let's get a good number here, 47.648. All right, now I got all kinds of different things here, but it all depends on what I'm told to round to. So let's start off with a decimal one. So let's say I'm supposed to round to the nearest tenth. Now I know it's going to be a decimal value because it's got that TH there. And so the tenth is this number here. Now the way the rounding process works is I want to look one to the right and I have to see what's going on there. And so the rule is 5 or greater, we're going to bump it up. If it's 4 or less, it stays the same. Stays the same. All right. And so since this is 4, this number right here is 4, it's going to stay the same. And my answer is just going to be 47.6. But now, if I were to change it and I want to go to the hundredth, again, emphasis on the TH part there, I'm now going to be stopping at the 4. And I want to look one to the right to see what's up. And that's an 8. And so as a result, it's going to go up. So that's 47.64. So not 64, 6, 5. I need to bump that up 1 because this 8 is greater than 5. All right. Now, again, it could get a little bit complicated if we have something similar, but we now say, let's round it to the nearest 10. All right. And the nearest 10 is this guy right here, 40, not, or it's on the left-hand side of the decimal, but the process remains the same. Look at the next number over, which is a 7, and since it's 5 or greater, I'm going to bump it up 1, and so it's going to be about 50. And so once you've identified where you're rounding to, you're not going to have any other numbers after it. You might have zeros if you're looking at like tens and hundreds or thousands without the THs, but you won't have anything else after in terms of if you had a decimal. And then let's just say I want to round to the nearest 1. And so what that's going to be is got to look at the placeholder, which one is the 1, and that is my 7. I look over to the next one. It's 6, which is greater than 5, so that means I bump it up. So it's going to be 48. And so these are 4 different ways I can round my one number. And then I use these squiggly equal signs to show that it's approximately the same value. I did round, so it's not exactly the same value, but it's close. It's either 47.6, 47.65, 50, or 48. And it's, again, all determined on the number after the spot I'm rounding to. So I hope this clarified how you go about rounding different numbers and knowing what the place value is. Just remember, if there's a TH, it's on the opposites, or it's on the right-hand side of the decimal point. And if there's no TH, it's on the left-hand side of the decimal point. Good luck with your homework or practice, and let me know if you have any questions.